Queen's Greatest Hits album was first released on the 26th of October 1981. This was the time when the band were at the peak of their powers, with their most recent album, The Game, featuring hit singles such as Crazy Little Thing Called Love, and Another One Bites the Dust, which would go on to become Queen's best-selling single. That's quite impressive considering it had to outperform Bohemian Rhapsody to do so. The first Greatest Hits album represents the majority of the band's first 10 years together, with pretty much every album being covered with at least one hit single. It's particularly interesting to hear how Queen's sound evolved over time from earlier songs such as Killer Queen, to the more disco sound of Another One Bites the Dust. Modern day CD and digital releases of this album have a now universal track listing based on the original UK release. What's interesting about these original vinyls is that they each contained a slightly different listing of tracks depending on what part of the world the album was being released in. This 1981 original Australian copy, for example, is missing 5 tracks from the UK release. These have been replaced by Keep Yourself Alive, and Tie Your Mother Down. Also included on this album is the Queen and David Bowie collaboration Under Pressure, which was released around the same time as this album. This song would go on to become a #1 hit in and of itself, and is more commonly found on Queen's second Greatest Hits album. The inside sleeve of this vinyl is also pretty cool, as it provides information on every song on the album, such as who wrote the song, when it was released, and which album it originally appeared on. To coincide with the release of the Greatest Hits album, the band also released Greatest Flicks, which was a VHS release of the music videos from the album. This compilation would eventually be remastered and re-released on DVD as Queen's Greatest Video Hits 1. Released in 2002, Greatest Video Hits was one of the first Queen DVD releases. The tracklist is largely similar to that of the now standard Greatest Hits album, with the addition of Tie Your Mother Down and Spread Your Wings. The DVD also comes with a second disc that includes 6 extra songs, 7 if you include the 7 Seas of Rye picture gallery, as well as a Bohemian Rhapsody documentary and audio commentaries by all 4 members of the band. You can also see an alternate video for Bohemian Rhapsody by entering what can only be described as a video game style cheat code on the DVD menu. This DVD will always hold a special place in my heart. Not only was it the first DVD my family ever owned, but it also served as my introduction to Queen. I was absolutely hooked by the music and thought everything about these guys was pretty awesome. Queen's Greatest Hits collection is by far one of, if not the best, you'll find. The album itself still holds the record for best-selling album of all time in the UK, beating out other artists such as the Beatles and ABBA to claim that title, while the album also made a recent reappearance in top 10 charts around the world thanks to the release of the Bohemian Rhapsody movie. If you ever needed proof of Queen's staying power, then look no further than Queen's Greatest Hits.